all know who's going to win the award tonight. It's Money Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I call him Money Pat Mahomes because he's money every time he steps on the football field. You've only played against Pat Mahomes once so far in your career.
And I didn't know that was his first career start.
Yeah, first career start. 21 of 28, 249, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That was in 2018. You guys lost that ball game 26-14, right? Is it safe to say, Pat P, that Money Pat Mahomes is already an all-time great?
Man, right now.
Right now, is Money Pat Mahomes an all-time great? Right now.
It's really hard to say. It's hard to say he's not. It's hard to say he's not, but
I mean, he's been a starter for 5 years. He's playing in his third Super Bowl. He's already won one championship.
He's about to win his second MVP.
He's about to win his second MVP.
If he wins his second.
No. I'm asking you right now, Pat P. I don't want to hear nothing about no if it's a fit. Right now, as we see
right now,
is he an all-time great?
Yes.
And you know what? I asked that question because I feel the same way. But with that being said, and follow me and hit us up in our comment section if you agree or disagree.
Talk to me.
I think the consensus would say the same thing. He's an all-time great based on what we've seen in this short amount of time. But with that being said, he cannot finish his career with only one championship.
Yes, he has to win.
He cannot finish his career with one championship.
But the crazy thing about it, every year he suit up, he's going to have a chance to be in the championship.
We understand that,
He has that Tom Brady-ish.
Pressure is on Pat Mahomes.
Ain't no pressure.
Yes, it is. This is pressure because we're already giving him the crown as an all-time great, and it's not like we're just giving it to him just to give it to him. He's deserving. He's deserving of that based on what he's done. But when you have that type of talent,
is
that
Dan Marino an all-time great?
Dan Marino is.
All right, then.
But,
how many championships?
Wait a minute. Hold on. And you're a Miami Dolphin fan.
I am.
Dan never had the structure.
He didn't.
Stability.
It's a lot of guys that haven't had.
Wait a minute, Patsy. All I'm saying is, when Dan was playing for the Miami Dolphins, Miami was basically a one-trick pony. They relied on him in every area of the ball game, especially running and the running game.
Right.
So it was always he had to go out and play exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes had the luxury of coming to a situation where he had sound coaching. Not saying Dan Marino didn't have it because he had Shula, right? But everything that was already in place, it was great. The function, the stability was there.
I get that.
But what we're seeing right now, and I consider Pat Mahomes to be Dan Marino with athleticism.
That's what I'm saying.
And you don't want to play against a guy like that.
So that's why I brought him as a comparison.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I feel like Pat Mahomes' trajectory, based on what he has, arm talent, the above-the-shoulder game, is going where Dan Marino was, but could be going surpassing Dan Marino. That's why I say he cannot finish his career with only one championship. That's a disappointment.
So, Aaron Rodgers' career is a disappointment?
I wouldn't say in totality, but it's a disappointment that he only has one, and he's only made it to one Super Bowl.
You also have to think. So
let me ask you this question.
Human being.
Let me ask you this question.
Jesus Christ.
Who would you say, in regards to talent, who is the better quarterback?
Out of who?
Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying. Pat Mahomes might be the most talented quarterback we've seen. We've seen. Think about all the great quarterbacks we've seen.
I don't think that's a disappointment, man.
Pat, he cannot
just
finish
because how hard it is to get to a championship. How hard hell, in a couple years might be 19 games in the season.
Pat, if he only wins one championship, being that talented of a player, it's a disappointment.
We already hold guys not winning a championship over their head. Now we got to say he has to win multiple championships.
But have you ever seen a talented quarterback like Pat Mahomes? Is what I'm asking. You said no.
No, you have not.
It's like an outlier. Like we've never seen anything like that. Think about, let's say LeBron James, for instance, basketball, right? If LeBron only had 1 or 2 championships, based on the talent that he has, that he came into with and what he'd established, that would be a disappointment. disappointment, right or wrong?
On the way it was going, if he wasn't able to get no team, hell,
that would have been a disappointment, right? Disappointment. I know it's a different game, but that would have been a disappointment in regards to his career, right?
It would have.
Pat Mahomes cannot finish his career with one championship. I'm sorry.
Football is totally different, though, Matt, because you have to play series in basketball games. You have opportunities in basketball. You have one bullet.
Listen, I understand that, but look at this situation, right? For Pat Mahomes, he didn't go into an opportunity where it was built from the ground up.
You missed the match. It can't not be a disappointment.
So Pat Mahomes only had one championship. Let's say he played 16 years, one championship, but we consider him to be the best quarterback 14 out of those 16 years, and he has one championship. That's not a disappointment.
No, because we talking about his arm talent. We talking about the things he's done. If he didn't win championship, it's a lot that goes into that, man. I don't think that's a disappointment if he leaves the game with one championship.
Let me break it down a little bit.
That's baloney, man.
It's not baloney, and I don't eat baloney anymore. Let me break it down a little bit. Listen. If Pat Mahomes finished his career playing in 3 Super Bowls, only winning 1 and 2 in Super Bowls, is that not a disappointment? Is that a disappointment?
No. No. Yes, he lost to Tom Brady.
I don't care nothing about that.
And if he loses
Nick Foles beat Tom Brady.
Who?
Nick Foles.
He did. Hey, Nick Foles had a hell of a playoff run.
All I'm saying is Pat Mahomes is too talented. That's all I'm saying, Pat B. I think he's too talented. Because if he's already an all-time great,
But you got to think about it as well, though, Matt. Like, we always question the Chiefs' defense. Tom Brady had the luxury to have a solid defense year in and year out. A solid defense that's not going to give up many big plays, that's going to keep you in the game. But we always question the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, we do. But also, too, in some of those matchups, right, in Super Bowl matchups, Tom Brady's defense didn't really ball out like that. Think of the Atlanta Super Bowl. They gave up 28 points in the first half.
I understand that, but that was one of those games going back to me talking about Tom Brady taking what the defense is going to give him.
I hear what you're saying.
And Atlanta gave that game away.
Can we get a poll up? I want to do a poll. I want to do a poll right now. Can we create a poll right now? If Pat Mahomes finished his career with only one championship based on that talent, is that a disappointment? I want a poll. No. Can we get a poll, Mark?
No.
I want a poll. I want to hear what people have to say right now.
He's going to walk away with a couple more MVPs.
Oh, but he can get MVPs.
Yes, because that's
multiple MVPs.
Because that's a personal goal. That's a personal achievement. You need an entire team to help you win championships.
You're moving the goalposts.
You just do.
And I can't make the kick because you keep moving the goalposts.
How am I moving the goalposts? I understand you're saying, yeah, Patty got the best the skills that we've ever seen. He ain't Superman. He can't play defense.
With one of the best play callers we've ever seen.
I get that. I get that. But every dog has their day. Every dog has their day.
He better win Sunday. Because you know you might not get back there again.
I agree.
I agree. You might not get back there again.
I agree. I'm saying if he go 1-3,
that's a disappointment.
No, that's not, man. I can see it. All right, if he went 1-5, that's a disappointment.
Huh?
Yes.
If he go 1-5,
so that means he went to six Super Bowls and he lost and he only won 1. That's a disappointment.
If he go 1-2 and don't play in another one, that's a disappointment. I'm sorry. We never seen Pat Mahomes.
You got Joe Burrow. So they're gonna be playing every year.
So who's the more talented quarterback out of Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes?
Pat Mahomes is. Who was the most talented quarterback last year when they played each other?
Pat Mahomes.
And who won?
But I'm saying
that's what I'm saying. So it's going to be an ongoing battle every year. So it's going to be like pick your poison. Who you think going to win the AFC Championship?
What? My conversation might not be relevant because Pat Mahomes might win Sunday.
He might.
But if he don't win Sunday, I want to poll.
Put it this way as well.
Now.
Put it this way.
Yeah.
The last 5 years, who was the AFC automatic pick?
Tom Brady. Well, not.
No.
Well. You mean the Patriots?
No, in the AFC, who was always picked to win the AFC in the last? We'll say the last 3 years.
The Chiefs.
Who gonna be the pick to win the AFC?
The Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Nah, I'm going. Bengals on their heels, bro. They play the choice.
I don't care nothing about. We got 15 with one ankle. He just beat them. He just beat them on one ankle.
Man,
I don't care.
Also with a bump, with a crazy call.
Yeah,
with a crazy push out of bounds.
I don't care. I don't care.
A crazy late hit.
Yeah, they did that. The Cincinnati did that.
I get that.